first MMA podcast. And as we just know, as just happened not too long ago, we had a fight night or UFC event with Chris Weidman and fighting, and I'm going to talk about his potential retirement because I think he should retire. And then Dustin Poirier, he wants to fight 2 more times, 1 or 2 more times, but he did an MMA hour and he talked about fighting twice. So we're going to look at potential opponents that he could retire with, and we're just going to talk about their careers. So at first I'm going to talk about Chris Weidman, so legend in the sport in UFC, but he just recently got knocked out, right? So is it time for him to fold his tent? I actually think that he should have retired when he fought Silva, right? Because he had that leg kick that destroyed his leg, right? I mean, he came back strong and whatnot, but I think something like that, you should just cut yourself out, retire, right? Relax. So what I like to see out of him is be like maybe doing commentary in UFC. He has a good podcast. I think it seems like he stopped the podcast, but it'd be kind of cool if he got into his podcast. So let me know in the comments section if you think Chris Weidman should retire. So I'll just look back at Chris Weidman's career a little bit. So I think he was like 12-0 in UFC. And then he got his title shot against Silva. So great fight. Silva, got a little. Oh, sorry about that. Almost slipped on the ice. Kind of would have been embarrassing to lie, but anyway, he was bobbing and weaving, going against the back of the cage. So Weidman just follows him as he's being cocky, moving his head, and then catches him and knocks him out, right? And becomes the UFC champion. Hello, Doug. How you doing? And becomes the UFC champion. I remember watching that too. In New Jersey, where I'm from. I watched it in a bar called PJ's, and just everyone went nuts, right? Because like it looks like Silva is gonna keep winning, and but he winds up winning, knocking him out. As you get older too, I think your reflexes get bad, and your reflexes get bad, and you lose some of your mobility or whatnot. So, and you get caught. So, hello, buddy. So, I think that's what happens. His reflexes got slow. In that fight, Silva and Chris Weidman was able to catch him. But Chris Weidman did an awesome job in that fight. I remember, I'm talking about the first Silva fight. He was able to take him down and whatnot. Trying to go for submissions, and just good control of the fight. And then eventually he caught him in the second round. So this crazy fight with that. And then the second fight with Silva threw that kick and his leg split in half. Broke, which was gross. So, and then he went on and he fought like Lloyd Machida. I don't know if I said the name, but Machida. He fought Belford. I'm trying to remember else who he fought. I feel like he fought somebody else. Machida, Belford. I remember when he fought Rockhold. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, so I was trying to say. Yeah, so like, I don't know what's up with the comments there, buddy, but anyway. So what was it? Oh, so Rockhold. I think after the Rockhold fight, his career went downhill, right? He threw that back kick. Rockhold was able to get was able to get the mount. Okay, thanks, buddy. Appreciate the joke. So Rockhold was able to get top position, the mount, and he beat Weidman for the title. So after that, Weidman's career went downhill a lot, and he wasn't able to. I think he maybe had 2 wins and 5 losses or something like that. So he's seeing a decline of his career. So now I think it's just time for Chris Weidman to wrap up his career. Hasn't fought for a title in since 2018, so it's been a while. So now I want to talk Dustin Poirier, right? One of my all-time favorite fighters. I actually think it's thanks. I think. Yeah, I probably look a little older because I'm growing in a beard, but anyway, Dustin Poirier is one of my favorite fighters of all time. I think one of the best fighters never to win a belt. I think he fought for a title 3 times. He fought for BMF belt. He won an interim champion. So I like to look at his career. And the last 2, he wants to fight 2 more times apparently. So I'm gonna diagnose it like he's gonna have two fights left and his potential opponents. But let's go back to his career a little bit. He fought guys like Eddie Alvarez, and just awesome fight between both of them. They're destroying each other, back and forth, punching, kicking, everything you think of. Just awesome fight. I think that was back in 2017. They had a rematch that was really awesome. He fought Justin Gaethje, and those guys are really swinging it, right? Going forward, beating the living daylights out of him, and then Dustin wind up knocking him out. And then they eventually had a rematch for the I think for the BMF belt, and then Justin knocked him out with a head kick. He blocked it, right, but somehow he got through and then caught him and knocked him out. So, but a great career, awesome career, and he fought Islam recently, but got submitted. But he had a great takedown defense. Just happened to get caught in I think the 4th or 5th round. He also has fought in Khabib, so just awesome fights. He also fought Max Holloway. He beat Max Holloway for an interim belt years ago, and that was a back and forth fight. I believe he won by decision. So awesome fight. So now I'm going to look into potential last 2 opponents. So I'm going to look at his last potential 2 opponents because he mentioned on the MMA Hour he wanted to fight 2 more times. So I like this fight. It might be a bad matchup for Dustin, but I'm thinking Poirier because he wants to move up and fight in a division. So why not Dustin? I think the fight benefits him even at a money standpoint. He just fighting a guy that won the belt, knocked out Max Holloway. But very dangerous fight for him because Poirier has the wrestling background, has great hands. So Poirier, I'm not gonna lie, I love his style, right? Because he's like this, and he's tight, you know. I think Dustin's probably more loose, but he has good defense and stuff. So it makes it an interesting fight. But he doesn't want to get himself back into a corner because then I think. And Dustin wants to keep moving around the ring because if he gets trapped in the corner, because I think that's what happened to Holloway. He was in the corner, so then Poirier can just come hit him with shots and get that knockout. So if he does get backed up in the corner, I think he needs to try to get away, or Poirier will knock him out. And that's so hard because Poirier is so young. So once you get caught, and he's older now, so the reflexes will be a lot short. The reflexes will be a lot harder to stand those shots. So So that's the next fight I would like to see, Poirier Dustin. So I would favor Poirier probably knock out in that fight, to be completely honest with you. I think he's young and hungry. I mean, I'd love to see Dustin win as a fight fan. I think it'd be kind of cool, but my money would be on Dustin. So I mean, I'm sorry, will be on Poirier. So in that fight. So the very last fight I would like to see him fight. I don't want to see Conor McGregor. I'm just kind of done with Conor McGregor. He never fights. He never shows up for a fight. He made Chandler wait for like a year, 2 years, and never fought him. And he's just a mess all the time. So you never know if that fight would happen. Even with Nick Diaz, I don't even want to see that fight, because I think that Nick Diaz is the same way. So who should he fight last? I'm going to say Holloway or Gaethje. I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool for Holloway, because Dustin beat him twice. So, man, it's so hard to pick a winner on both of those fights. Because now Holloway is, he just got knocked out. I believe he just lost 4 title fights, because he fought Volk 3 times. No, I do agree Nick Diaz is good, though. Has a good submission, but I just think he's not reliable of showing up and stuff. So, but yeah. So I got Holloway and Dustin, man. I don't know, man. I just that one probably goes to decision. So I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, those 2 fights is so hard to predict the winner. So maybe edge Holloway, and in that fight by a decision, and then if he fought Gaethje, Dustin and Gaethje, I might have to go with Gaethje too, man. Like, it's just so risky about being older that way. He has, so that I kind of like wanted to see him retire after the title fight, because I think you risk so much not retiring when you're supposed to. But so thank you for the compliment, Danielle. But yeah, so what do you guys think? Like, let me know in the comment section, even after I leave this this podcast, who you think Dustin Poirier's last 2 fights should be, if he has last 2 fights, because in MMA obviously he talked about 2 fights, and because he wants to retire in his hometown for the last fight. He wants to do like a fight before a fight, kind of so he doesn't get rusty, and then fight in Louisiana. So unless they're negotiating it now. So I'd rather see him do one more fight in his hometown, because that's where he wants to retire, and that's where he started. So, but let me know what you think potential 2 opponents or last opponent for Dustin Poirier should be, and if you think Chris Weidman should wrap it up right now. So, and let me know if you know, another thing I think would be great if Dustin Poirier would. I have a feeling he's going to do UFC commentary, but I would love to see him in on a podcast, starting a podcast. So, but let me know what you think. If you haven't done so, subscribe to Jersey Rob Ryan, and thank you for watching Jersey Rob Ryan MMA. And I will eventually have some more stuff up here. I hope you enjoyed a lot. And if you haven't done so, subscribe, like, and share videos. You can follow Jersey Rob Ryan on Threads, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, and of course subscribe on YouTube and like and share videos.